Welcome to Scratch 2. Now Scratch is a programming language that allows us to create lots of little sprites which are pictures. Here's an example one here, which I'm dragging around the stage area at this moment in time. So we can create lots of little pictures or sprites, and then we can program these to do different things. So let's have a little look at the layout here. So in Scratch 2 we've got the stage area on the left, we've got all these programming blocks in the center, and you see you can go and find the different blocks just by clicking on the colors at the top here. Generally speaking, the easier the block to use, the more likely it is at the top. And the more complex blocks tend to be down the bottom, but that's not universal, but mostly that's true. Let's go and have a little look at how we might program something. So we've got our little sprite here, and you can see it's highlighted in blue here, and that also leaves the little picture up in the top right hand corner over here. So first of all, we're going to need a starting block, and the starting blocks tend to have these curved tops. We've got the when green flagged click starting block here, which means when we click this, all the blocks that are started with the green flag will all start at the same time. We've got this, what we call a keyboard input block, because it allows you to select any key on the keyboard, and when the E key is pressed it will start whatever is attached to this block here. We call it an input because it puts in information into our program. So there we go, there's when the E key is pressed. And then my other one, which I think is really good for when we're learning this, is when this sprite is clicked. So that means when I click the sprite it'll do something. At the moment it won't do anything because it's got nothing underneath it. Let's have a little look at a couple of very simple motion blocks. When this sprite is clicked, move 10 steps. Did you notice there's a little white line here? I call this the snap to line, and it just means that everything is going to connect to the block, and when I let go, there we go, it snaps to it. Let's now click this, and you can see that when the sprite is clicked it moves 10 steps. That's not me dragging it across, that's just me clicking the sprite and making it work. Did you see there was a little yellow line around it? You can also run the block by left clicking directly onto the block of sprites, and it will run the code and make it do something. If you want to add a new sprite, we can come to here and we can choose a sprite from the library, or we can paint one ourselves, or we can upload a picture we've got. Let's click on choose sprite from library and go and find the ballerina here. A lot of these pre-made sprites are brilliant because they have lots of what we call costumes. Can you see all the costumes in there? And those costumes make the figures look different. And we can actually program it to go to a different costume when we want to. So that is some of the costumes, and each sprite has costume as well. Can you see the little eye here? If we click on the eye, it pops open and we can change it, change the name, we can change the direction it's facing. There we go, look, we can drag it round, or we can say how it rotates. That's rotate all the way, that's only rotate to the right and to the left. Can you see? Great for flipping around, great for people figures. Or we can say don't rotate at all. And there's also a show and a hide little tick box there as well, and you can close that just by clicking the little blue arrow there. If we want to get rid of code blocks, we just drag them and drop them back into the center there, and that will delete them. If we want to add a new stage, here's the stage area. Can you see the stage has got its own programming area as well? And we can go to the choose backdrop from library and choose our own backdrop to go with our video, and you can have as many backdrops as you like from this sort of section here, and you can paint your own backdrop as well. So that in a nutshell is Scratch 2, and I look forward to seeing what you're going to make.